Oh God, no applause. Hi, we're live. Okay, woohoo! And we are live with Anna Stone and Stephanie Siren for the Magick Hour podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome. And tonight, Anna, what are we doing?
I have no idea. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to be just doing talking about whatever comes up in the chat and just doing readings for people because we've not been on for a while and it's spooky season, right? So it is the time that we give back, I guess, the most right before because we got shit to do on the 31st, right?
Right. And we're also, let's be honest, brimming with energy from the other side right now.
Yeah, it's been a lot. My dreams have been off the charts, weird and crazy. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's going on, but I've been doing some stuff in my dreams, waking up with bruises, and really tired. I didn't sleep at all, that stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, lots
of stuff in my house, lots of activity happening right now. A lot. Interesting stuff that I have just been ignoring.
Oh, understandable. Over here, I've been having vivid dreams again, like you said. Lots of walking the astral plane in my sleep.
Pretty sure that's what's happening.
Have you felt the slam into your body when you wake up?
The jolt. Yeah. The sleep jerk. Yes, the sleep jerk. The one where you're and you wake yourself up from it.
Yeah. What about you guys? Let us know in the chat if you've experienced that, the sleep jerk, where it's just you feel yourself kind of slam into your body. And that's when you've been traveling in the astral. So I wanted to just we can just get started, I feel like, tonight.
Yeah, so we got some questions. Let's get this podcast started from Chris White. Okay, and then Chris White also says, so I was wondering where I should move, when, with whom, where, when, and with whom.
Okay, I'll let you handle that one.
I will handle that one. And then Janet says, good evening, goddesses.
Hello, Janet, and hello, Michelle. Hello, Chris.
Yeah. We're talking about your mom, Chris. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Your mom's probably lovely. I'm sorry.
She's probably a lovely lady.
Yeah. No offense, Chris's mom. I'm just messing
with her. We're having fun here.
Yeah.
So everybody like and share.
Like and share, please. Thank you. And yes. Janet's been having a hard time sleeping at all. And I feel you on that because I never can get to sleep, unless I force myself.
So Anna, I'll let you handle Chris first, his question, and then I'll move to Janet.
I gotta get my cards. I don't even have my cards. So.
And tonight, guys, we're just doing, I see, hi, what are we talking about? Tonight, we're just talking about the same thing we do when we do our psychic readings, which is whatever people are asking us. And also in the middle, if you have questions about the esoteric, about witchcraft, about psychic phenomenon, about the other side, post them in the chat as well, and we will answer as we go down the line.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. And then we could also, I think, talk about some more of that. There was something on one of our shows that recently, I forgot. It was about I think the demonic possession thing, where we are talking about having bad energy attachments and what that looks like. And we never really we kind of didn't come back to that. And maybe we could talk a little bit about that because a lot of people, myself included, have periods of their lives where they're extremely plagued with bad things happening to them, bad luck, bad friends, bad relationships, etc. And what does it look like when there is what is the difference between just having bad luck and actually having something that's actually causing bad luck? Or is that even a thing? Is it a manifestation of ourselves or what?
I think it's both. I think we have a reaction within the body and in our outside environment. Because of course, as within, so without.
Right.
But the body doesn't lie. So you can usually tell more about it through what's going on in you. You can see it in the environment, right? Bad things happening, car accidents, but it's more than just a car accident, right? It's a
lot of things.
In one day, 24-hour period, you have a car accident. Somebody gets very, very sick. Somebody, maybe goes to the hospital or to jail. Somebody else, is harmed. your house has something broken, your car has something broken, your animal has something going on, your pet, all of these things in one 24-hour period.
Yeah.
Then on top of it, also, you would have ailments that you can't explain away.
Okay, yeah. And what are some of those? So, like, I had an experience where this happened to me, and there were some things that were happening in my house that I think were indicative of it, and like I had to deal with it, and it was very serious. Like, I mean, I didn't go to the church, but like we did take care of it. But like, there was flies that showed up, like just flies everywhere. Like, one day I just came home from work and there was just flies, and it was freezing cold outside, so there shouldn't have been flies, and they were all in this one windowsill. And I had someone check under the house to make sure there wasn't something dead, because it's my first thought, of course, as a former scientist. I was like, okay, rational shit. Had that checked, had everything checked, and I would kill them all. Like, I would swat them, and I'd come back, and there'd be the same amount, if not more, in just a matter of hours. And it was freezing in my house. And when I say freezing, I mean you could see your breath, but like it's hot. Like, so it would be hot outside, but freezing in my house, which it was just very odd. Like, it was, and then in the winter, it would be cold outside and burning up hot in my house. Like, it was just opposite. So
right.
It didn't make any sense. And things were falling off the walls, like pictures. And then the pictures fell off the wall, but the nails were still in the wall, and the hooks were still on the pictures. So there was no reason why you know what I mean? Like, and right in front of your face. Like, it wasn't even sneaky. It was just like, boom, there it goes. Like, it's right.
Did you have a certain smell too? Because I noticed that there's a smell. It's like smells like
eggs.
If anybody's ever smelled like gastrointestinal illness, it's what it smells like.
Like sulfur, like rotten eggs, like
it's beyond that. It's like this guttural. I can't. Oh, it smells like bile to me. It's really bad. And that's how you can tell that it's negative energy. Like, it's stinky.
Also, like, I had a friend, Jill, and she's empathic, and she came over to my house. She would come over all the time, no problem. But this one day, she came over, and she walked into my hallway, and she stopped dead in her tracks, and she goes, "Oh my God, whatever's here is not good, Anna." Like, out of nowhere. Oh my God, I just got chills when I said that, because it reminded me so much of how serious it was. Like, I hadn't told her anything, and like, she stopped, and she's like this bubbly, like really like cute, artsy girl. And she just stopped and was like, her face just changed. And she's like, "There's something very bad in your house." And I was like, oh my God. Cause I hadn't told her, like, and I had babysitters that quit on me. Like 4 different people quit. They're like, "I'm not coming back here." They wouldn't even tell me what happened. They were just like, no, you got weird shit going on. And they like left,
Yes,
scary.
I do. I completely understand.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Shoot. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say that, yeah, like, that's definitely a sign. But also, do you feel like you've gotten like punched in the stomach at all when you feel these like negative entities?
So the reason how it culminated at the end was I was in bed, and I was like 2 a.m, and I had like, okay, so this is my scary story. This is the most scary shit that ever happened to me. It was in Sherman Oaks and here in LA, and Ashley was with her dad in Fresno, and I was in that custody case. Okay. So I was really upset, and I was like in my bed, and I was like praying, please help me get like this work out and everything. And I started hearing this like knock, like thumping sound, and it sounded like somebody upstairs walking, right? And at first it didn't really. It was like 2 a.m. Oh, and before I went to bed, for some reason that night I said, I'm going to turn off all the lights in my house. And I never did that. But I had this conscious choice to like turn off all the lights in my house. And not only that, but to shut the door to the hallway and to shut my bedroom door. And I used to just have it open. Like, you know what I mean? That was never a thing. But for some reason I shut my door and I shut the hallway door. And that matters later. So like, I'm in bed and I'm like praying, and like, I hear this thumping, and I'm like, oh, that's upstairs. And it kept, as I'm praying out loud. And as I'm praying, it gets louder and louder and louder. And I stop. As soon as I stop to listen, it stops. And then I start praying again. It starts up again. And I stop. And I'm like listening. And then it dawns on me that the lady upstairs is in a wheelchair. And she doesn't walk. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? It's like 2:30 in the morning. And then I start hearing it again. And now it's at my bedroom door. And my bedroom door is being violently, like as if let's say that there was a lock on my door, which there wasn't. But if it was locked,
somebody's trying to get in.
They were holding the door knob, and they're doing it back and forth in the door jam, like as hard as they could. And I have no glasses. My glasses are on the nightstand. I'm blind as a bat. I have no gun. I have no weapon. At all. Like I literally think it's a person in my house. Like I'm not thinking ghost at all. I'm thinking freaking person's gonna come and kill me, rape, whatever. And I don't know how I got the courage. I was frozen. Number one, like absolutely frozen. And then all of a sudden, like something's like, get up and like go and Ashley's baseball bat was behind the door, so I grabbed it and I just like in one fell swoop, I like jumped out of bed, put my glasses on, jumped out of bed, like grabbed the thing and like opened the door and was like screaming at the top of my lungs, like to try to scare whoever's on the other side of the door. I fucking opened that door. Every light is on in my house. The TV's on to static. The stereo's on to static. Every light, it like over the stove light, everything. And as I'm standing there, just like what the fuck, you know, all the windows in my house are rattling like super hard. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I started screaming like, what the fuck's going on? And then someone knocked at my front door, like hella loud. And it was the manager who lived directly across the hall. And I opened the door and her name's Anna also. And I was like, she goes, oh my God, what's going on? Are you okay? And I was like, she goes, oh my God, are you okay? She goes, you're not seeing, oh my God, I thought you weren't having the same problems Carlos had. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, the guy that lived here before you, he left in the middle of the night. He had this stuff happening in his house and he couldn't stay here. It's like, but you've been here 3 years. We thought everything was fine. And I was like,
wow.
What? Like, so I had no clue. Like, oh, like that was so scary to me. Like, I legitimately thought my house had been broken into and that there was somebody like on the other side of the door.
I had a poltergeist situation like that, because that's poltergeist situation. And that one was the one that I had was very similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And for me, it was attached to somebody who was addicted to some hardcore drugs, and they brought this negative attachment into my home.
Yeah. Like, I do think it could have been my own energy, just the pent up frustration of like having this court case that was going on and like with my kid and like, you know, and just, I mean, it could have been that, or I don't know, but like I left that night. I went somewhere else. And then, I was scared to go home. And I went to work the next day at the laboratory for the Center for Sleep Research at UCLA. And my boss, I'm bad at hiding my stuff, guys. If I'm in a bad way, you'll know. I cannot hide it on my face. I can tell you I'm fine, but you'll know. And I walked in.
Empaths or empathic people or psychics or witches or anybody like that, we're going to be very transparent about how we're feeling, how we're looking, how we're doing, because we treat the body like a vessel so much that it's just kind of like it's obvious.
It was scary. Like my boss, Dennis McGinty, he's the head doctor of sleep research. He's like, "What's wrong, Anna?" And I was like, "I don't think there's a ghost in my house." I just told him, like, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's gonna think I'm totally crazy." And he goes, "Why don't you come in my office?" He tells me to explain what happened. I did. I told him everything I just told you guys. And then he goes, "I'm gonna have my wife talk to you. Her name's Wendy." And I'm like, "Oh, what does she do?" He's like, "She's a psychologist." I'm like, "Oh, fucking great. You know, like she came to the lab and she took me to lunch, and she actually took me to this Botanica down the street from my house, and she bought some stuff, and she's like, "We're gonna go to your house right now. We're gonna clean it." And I was like, "What?" Like, I'm expecting her to like analyze me, psychoanalyze me, tell me I'm crazy, you know, whatever. But instead, she went with me to the house in the daytime on our lunch break, and she walked around and did a whole thing to clean it out. And like,
good.
Yeah, and that's how it stopped. So,
and I will get to you, Janet, about the cleanse. How I did cleanse my space, and I will explain how to do a cleansing after we do a couple answers here.
Answers here for Chris.
Okay, so
situation, Chris. This is you know, could be like friends, could be other things. Something in the way. Then there's also the Fool here, which is about wanting to start off on a new foot, like starting a new journey, you know, like the whole thing. And then also the Chariot. You want to do it quick too. You want to go on it. You want to move on that. You really want to start that journey. Because you feel like you have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. You got everything you have wanted. But then you got the Queen of Swords here, which is the logical person that's saying, I don't know, man, maybe to slow down a little bit. I don't know. Maybe things need to be, you know, like needs to be let's just chill and see what happens. And then you got Two of Swords, which is like, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So let's see what else we got for this. And then it's Justice. So that means that either there's one of two things here. either the justice means that you're going to do the right, like it's the right thing and it's going to happen, right? Or if anyone's intentions are off, they'll be found out. Like it'll come to light. You know what I mean? But also, there's the Three of Wands makes me think that there's something impeding your desire to move. And let's see what, like some reason. I mean, like, do you have kids? Like, do you have kids that are tied here, like, or wherever you're at? Like, you can't like leave.
I have an empty nest.
He has an empty
nest. Okay, cool.
He's in my live audience right now.
Oh yeah, we have. I can't see, but yeah. So it seems like. It seems like there's a burden you've got. Like there's something that's on your back. Like you got like.
That would be my sciatica.
Sciatica? It's like my sciatica is kicking in. Okay.
Yeah, my wife. Pain in my ass. My ex. Divorced 3 years.
He said his ex-wife is a literal pain in his butt, and they've been divorced 3 years.
That may 3 years? Okay. Mm-hmm. So 3 of Wands, 3 years, and something on your back. This person doesn't want to let things go. Looks like this person is stuck in, I don't know why, some energy that doesn't make kind of sense. Oh, because she sees you as the King of Wands. Why? That's why. King of Wands, meaning that you are in charge. You have your stuff, and it's a benefit to that person. So they don't want to see that go away. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Sell the house and change the locks.
What was that?
He said, why did she sell the house and change the locks?
Did she? She did that?
She did, yes.
Oh, cool. When did that happen? Like, is that recent or not? Oh, back in the day.
She used the locks a week ago, and she's selling the house.
Oh, cool. Well, then she just wants to make your life hell. I guess that's what they do. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure why, but some people are like that. Like, they get everything they want, and they still don't want to go. You know what I mean? Like my ex-husband did the same thing. You know, yeah, he didn't want to let me go. He did not want the divorce. He did everything he could to stall it, and like, even though, yeah, no way, you know, like
some people have to have the last word.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing. And then the devil, like this one came out. The devil. That's why she's a devil. I don't know. No, I am not saying, but there's some kind of. The devil card represents bad habits, bad like proclivities. So, or like jealousy is one. Jealousy would be a devil trait. Obsession would be a devil trait. Like, you know, anything like that. Like just the idea that like, it's not like they can do what they want, but when it comes to you, it's not the case. Like, you know, like it's like not an even. Like they're not seeing rational. Like now we're seeing rational. They're seeing red. Like they just get red. They're mad. I feel like this person has a fiery temper. Like he probably always did.
He's nodding yes. Yeah.
And like yeah, but like, and then also, but here's the thing. It looks like actually it looks like this person's going to be meeting someone else coming in that's going to have money also, and like that's going to kind of change their focus from you to that other person.
Oh man.
That's what it looks like, because the Ace of Pentacles just showed up and the Star card. So yay. So that's
yay.
Good. So this is a good omen. This means that like things are going to go your way, but it's just there's just this like these roadblocks right now. But like there's some new sucker coming in the picture that is going to be taking over her obsessions. So, you know, I don't know when that's going to happen, but you know, yeah. Let's see. Oh God.
Thank you, Anna.
You're very welcome, Chris. Let's see. And then let's see. The magician. Chris, you're a magician. Did you know that? Do you know what that means?
He's like, yeah.
It means that you manifest things, you can make them happen. So start manifesting it. Like stop thinking about the negative shit. Like you only focus on what you want. You don't focus ever on what you don't want. You know, don't give it any mind. You don't pay it attention anymore. The universe knows what you don't want and knows what it's not good for you. You don't need to reiterate it.
Right.
You just want. Yeah. Right. So, and also the feelings that you want, not more so than the things. It's like, how do you feel at the end of the day? Like if you got the thing you wanted, how do you feel about it? Like those feelings are the things to focus on more than the actual thing itself. If that makes sense.
Right. Feelings are actual truth.
Right.
They are actual truth more than the story. The story is just story. It's the feelings that you've accumulated and gone through in the day. Those are the things that you want to have gratitude for and keep going.
Yeah, definitely. So I hope that helps, Chris. Okay, so like let's go back up.
Yeah, that helps very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so Janet Moonlight said, did you cleanse your place or what did you do? I wanted to address that one. Janet, so usually when I do a cleansing, I take several materials, and one of those I use is usually an oil. It can be a different, like whatever kind of oil you feel that's necessary to cleanse your place. I've used holy, quote unquote, Trinity oil. I've used High John the Conqueror just to kind of, help me. I also use salt. I use what's called holy water, but what it is the holy water that I'm using is water I've blessed at Trinity Hours. It's not something that I've gone and got from somebody else.
What about tar water?
Yeah, you can
water?
use. I've never used tar water, but you can.
Yeah.
I've also used moon water for other things too that I've made under certain moons on certain days, especially portal days. The waters that you make on those days have more energy in them. But I put the salt at the doorways. I do the oils at the windows and mirrors. I do the water all the way around. And I also I'm at a point in my practice now where, and I think other practitioners will understand this, at some point you realize you're known on the other side.
Right.
At some point you understand that you have a certain signature. Okay.
Supposed to have a signature, yes. Yeah. It's important to make that. We should talk about that after this, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And so when I walk around my place, number one, I think about the color of my magic. My magic is green, and it's been picked up on camera. And I think about just dousing my whole home in green light, which is also the same color as the heart chakra. So it's very loving, nurturing kind of thing. And then I walk around and I say, anything that doesn't serve my highest good, get the fuck out.
Yeah, you got to mean it.
You got to mean it.
Yeah.
You have to mean it. Or you can also say, anything that's not my ancestors and my spirit guides, get out.
Yeah.
And it's not about the incantation. It's not about the words. It's about the meaning behind it.
The intent, right? Like what you're actually trying to accomplish. Like you could say gibberish. It doesn't matter. Like as long as what you know what you're saying, because that's how it resonates that way. It doesn't even matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But then you leave one window. Like I always leave one window open. Like, I'll close all the windows except for the one that I don't salt, that I don't oil, and walk around, like you talk however you want to do it. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Like some people say Widdershins or clockwise or counterclockwise. Usually I just do it clockwise because it's just how my house is set up, easier that way. And then the last place that you go to is open, and like you're chasing it around the house, right? Like that's what you're doing. You're chasing that energy around the house until it comes to that open escape hatch that it can go through, and then you seal it off. Right?
Well, you can also send things into the void or the light, whichever you want to do.
I mean, that's like the harsher ones. That's going to be like, if it's just a spirit, it's going to go out the window. Like if it's not,
then you're going to have to get it to go to the void or the light.
And you're going to know about it. You're going to know.
Right.
Because
you're going to know. Yeah.
It's not for the faint hearted. It's not. If it's
right.
Like that,
I also do that when I'm doing a healing too. If somebody's got like a negative energy within their chakra, I'm pulling that out and sending it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, so you got to pull it out of their like auric field, right? Like,
yes.
And that's the thing with people that have like abilities, whatever. I would like to put it like the way that like our auras are kind of sticky. Like we have like this aura that's kind of like picks up other people's shit, and like it's easy for us to get like these like dust bunnies, quote unquote, of other people's crap on us, and it comes home with us. If we're not careful, right? And like so it can over time build up into something pretty bad. Like we got to make sure we clear off Yeah, and it's even when we're just out in public, because everyone's field extends 6 to 10 feet away from them, and that's just a fact, science fact, not even spiritual thing. It's actually like just our intellectual.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
in Reiki, we learn to kind of do this to kind of get all the gunk off,
Yeah.
Just to kind of get it all off of us, because that is real, people. Like those chills that you feel and the feelings that you feel from others, those things are real.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to cleanse our energetic field regularly.
Right. Oh my gosh. I really want so about real, how many of you guys that are watching saw the study that came out about the quantum entanglement of photons and what it produced, the image that it produced? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Because that's fucking mind-blowing to me. Like,
Okay.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Put in the chat if you know what image they caught when they did this brand new technology, photon.
I haven't seen this. I'd like you to share with me, because I haven't seen this one.
What? Okay.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me pull it up. Okay. This is so exciting. So nobody gets it. Like, apparently I keep showing people and they're like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, you guys don't get it. What this means.
Before you go there, I want to answer this one. This is a great one. Okay, Firewoman 5 says, hello, ladies. Questions. Randomly, when I am in a waking state from sleep, I hear a horrible scream and it makes me startled awake. I have tried to go back to contact with it, but not been able to. Okay, so Firewoman, that is actually somebody that's kind of stuck in an area near your home. And they're like stuck in a plane of existence, kind of like a ghost would be. And it's not that you're hearing things, you're really hearing somebody there.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah,
like, we get it. And we get that one
because they're frustrated and they want you to see them, but you can't really help them except to tell them to either go to the light, or like you're crossed over, dude. Like, you need to go to the light. Like, that's the best way I could say to handle it. Okay, even if you don't get anything back from them in your waking moments, like just when you're in that in between, that's fine. Still make the statement out loud to them, address him, and talk to him about, hey, you're dead.
Okay, guys, check it out. That's the picture.
Oh, that's yes, I did see this. This is amazing.
New technology. This is new technology. It's called biophoton digital holography. They just came up with it. This was published August 6th of this year. This is 2 photons of light, of 2 light particles in real time being entangled. And this is the image it produced under the camera.
The yin and the yang.
Sorry. Like, what is that image? It's the yin yang, right? We've known about this image for how long? Like, how do we know that? I mean, like, like me, if I would have literally shit my pants if I was a scientist on this. I would have been like dying. I would have been like, oh my God, like we just discovered where yin yang comes from. And it's a quantum level science that we can't see. So that means either we had the technology before to see this, or somebody else was given this information. Like some other people have seen it before. Like, I mean, because this is literally it. There's no mistaking this image. Like, there's no way you could say it's something else. Like, it's literally it.
No. And it's so beautiful, because I mean, that is the symbol of as within, so without. And also there's a balance, right? Of like the dark and the light, and there's light in the dark and dark in the light. Like, that's the balance of the universe.
Yeah. And it's like, this was published August 14th. In the Journal of Nature Photonics. And it's, this Albert Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, because he didn't know what else to call it. Like, and it's the same principle that is when you have kids and you're a parent and your kid's away from you, but something's wrong. It's the same thing. It's like there's this entanglement, meaning that you're forever connected, because all of us are connected.
Right. We're all the same. Right. We're all what source experiencing itself in other.
Right, exactly. So that was so, like, to me, it's mind-blowing, because it means that, like, somehow we knew that image, like, somehow, like, that image has been with us for a long time. So, but we just now have the ability to see it happening in nature. So how did we know about it in the first place? Like, you know? Yeah. I think it's super fascinating, and like, and it's real. Like, this is not someone just made this up on TikTok. This is actually like real science. Like, you know, so for me that carries a lot of weight. Like, you know, because it has to be peer reviewed. That means other people have already checked it, made sure, and been able to reproduce it. So yeah, that's a big deal. Like, I think it's huge. It means that either we had technology this advanced back before now, and that we lost it, or it means that people back then who were given this image somehow through some other way, like psychically or something, and then they kept drawing it, I guess, because it's been around for, I don't even know how long. Like, it's been around since, I don't know the first recorded use of that image. Do you? Like, I never even looked into it. So yeah, like, but anyways, that's my nerd out moment. Sorry.
Oh, we need nerd out moments.
Yeah,
okay.
This is your reading. You do animals. Like, you can do this.
Oh yeah. No, you do your thing. I always nerd out on the animals and stuff and like
medical. Yeah, you do animals and medical. Yeah.
So, okay, Angie asks us, what love if for some guidance in what I should be pursuing? Oh, okay. Something new or what I'm doing currently or what I used to do, breed and show dogs. I'm at a crossroads, wavering in my decisions. Thanks for any clarity. So what I'm getting, Angie, is that you want to know whether you should be continually doing art or breed and show dogs is what I'm getting here. I'm seeing the dog thing. I'm seeing you do both. Like, you keep doing art for fun, but you also do the dog thing for money.
Yeah, I mean, don't people make money with that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Anna, what are you getting?
Okay. I mean, like, I don't know. You do art. I just saw like paintings of dogs. I don't know why. Like paint. What do you paint people's dogs for them? Like, those portraits of people with their animals. Like, I feel like that's what I just saw. I saw like somebody like commissioning you for that. Like, could you do that? Like, could you do something like that? And people would pay for that. Like, I know, because people pay for it now. Like, it's crazy. Hi. Hello. Thanks for coming in from the UK. Hello, Melanie. Yeah. Oh, yes, paint portraits, alcohol inks. Cool. Yeah. I mean, like, why don't you put them on Etsy or something? Try that. See what happens. See how many people.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't cost anything to put it out there like that. You could do it, and then like,
right. But it's definitely, you're supposed to mesh them both together somehow. Either doing both at the same time or what Anna said, but it's definitely meant to be both.
Yeah, you could do all three. You can do art, dogs, and then art of dogs and people. Right?
Because I saw you like having a hard time like with letting go of either, and I don't think you need to. I think it needs to be, yeah.
Yeah, there's it does say like that something in the past needs to come back up, because the Six of Cups is here, like going backwards, like looking back into something that you did that made you happy. And then the Knight of Swords is here to like make action on that, right? And then just perseverance outside of that is like just keep going at it. Like, we don't always succeed right away. I mean, if we did, nothing would ever be worthwhile, right? Like, if everyone just succeeded all the time, everything they tried kind of be pointless. So sometimes that hard work is the key. Like, you keep trying at it and it works out. Otherwise you wouldn't even appreciate it, right? Like, so I think that it will take some perseverance and like some determination, but I think that if you just continue doing the things you like to do, it'll mesh itself for you. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just going to happen organically. Something will pop up like that. And sometimes we try to overplan for things like this, but like sometimes it's just like, just let it go and like let it come to you.
Let it happen organically, because what's going to happen for you, like what's meant for you is going to happen for you no matter what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to force it. It'll just do its thing. Like, that's the beauty of the universe.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, wait. I just read this right now. It says, wow, I just read some other part of this article about the yin yang, and it said some other shit that I hadn't seen before. It's about
like a baby in utero.
Yeah, twins. It's like a baby in utero. Twins. There we go.
Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah, like, yes, it is. But also it says that researchers use holography to encode information from higher dimensions into manageable lower dimensional chunks. Interesting. You see what I mean? So they took the information from the higher dimensions of quantum reality and then gave it to us in a chunk we can understand.
Wow. That just kind of explains to you how low our vibrational level is compared to these other dimensions. And, you know, it's funny too, because I know you and I both experience this when we talk to people on the other side, right? People that have crossed over. At first, when you first do mediumship, it sounds pretty chirpy and like their voice sounds
very high and very fast.
Yes. And it's because they're at a higher frequency. And so you kind of have to tune in to hear them.
And they don't have any breaks in between words either. It's just like, the whole thing. Like, and you have to try to pick out, at least for me.
It's true.
Underwater. I feel like they sound like underwater too. Like this weird old-timey, like old-timey radio. Like if it's like in a creepy horror movie when you have like the old radio music. Like that kind of for me. Like it sounds like off in the distance, but not. But off in the distance, but not. And like high, but like almost inaudible. It's a very big, you know, it's a contradiction, to say the least.
And I have to say an absolute yes over here to Michelle O. I feel you will, sweetie. I feel like you're on the same path as me for some reason. I want to say that you need to look up Shekinah. Your Shekinah is growing inside you, and that's going to be what your energy healing, your source energy. Like if you get on that path and understand about that, and like Shakti and channeling her for energy healing, you'll do well.
Yeah, I got that. I got yes for you too. So wait, let's see. So I just saw Zoe. What does that mean? Zoe, I didn't get voice. I got picture. Is that normal? Way new to this. Do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Are you talking about like you got pictures in your mind's eye about something, but you didn't hear anything from like you're just getting pictures? That's clear. Like that's clairvoyance, right?
Who is that? That
Zoe?
word? Zoe. Okay. And also Janet wanted to know what tar water is.
Oh yeah. So hang on just a second. Let me get you. I'll get you a link for it. You can buy it. Like it's not, you know, or you can make it the same.
Hold on.
It's a little harder to make.
Okay. So I have been given the gift and some weird visions I have been having. Okay, so I understand that. Okay, so you've been having visions. I didn't get voice. I got pictures. Okay. Picture. Okay, so Zoe, I am clairvoyant, and I see movies, okay, happening in my head at all times of the day. And it's usually relevant to what's going on with somebody next to me. And sometimes it's like charades with the other side.
It is charades. It's freaking charades. Yeah.
And so you can welcome in things to show you more symbols or things of that nature. But what you really need to do is ask whoever's contacting you or giving you these symbols, please be a little bit more clear with me. You know, can you show me more? Please help me understand. That's always a good one. And they'll usually continually bring you more messages.
Right. But they're never like how you, they're typically not how you think they're going to come. It's like, it's difficult. Yeah, it can be difficult. I like that I hear. I like that I hear stuff because it's like, that's what I hear. I just hear it. You know, I don't have to interpret. It's like.
Right. You know? Mine's usually like, I'll see something like approach in my peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll feel them, and then they'll start whispering in my ear.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you have one, you likely have more than one. Like that's, you know, they just may not be like available yet, but they will be at some point. You know, like it's, yeah, like I mean, and also you could have it and not know that you have it because to you it's so normal. It's not until you find out that other people don't experience it that it's a problem.
I thought everybody's house was haunted. I didn't know.
I thought that everyone could tell when the weather was changing. I thought that everybody could, you know, see the fabric in the air. Like I thought everyone could see the things in front of us. Like
yeah, I thought everybody
was normal.
Past people on the other side. I was like, yeah, they're just walking right there. Yeah, and they're like, no.
Well, I thought that everyone talked to themselves in their head too. You know, apparently not. So that's Again, very upsetting for me. I hate that. I hate that idea.
I have that. Yeah, that's weird because like I have like a total dialogue happening. Like even when I'm like grocery shopping,
Especially
like,
when I'm grocery shopping, like I have like 5 streams of consciousness going on at all times of the day on different levels in my brain, and they're all talking. They're not even talking to each other. They're literally on their own wavelength.
Right.
Like, as I'm talking now, I'm thinking about something else literally as we speak, and that's just normal. Like, but apparently that's not a thing anymore for many people. For over 50% now. Over 50%. What? Like,
that's a frightening thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Tiffany wants to know current career. Will I excel or need to move on? I feel you need to move on.
What?
I think Tiffany needs to move on from her current career. I'm being shown something about books.
Okay. What is Tiffany? Tiffany sent it. Okay.
Let me know if I'm onto it with the books.
Okay. Devil. Yeah, it's changed. Death card. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly why. It looks like there's a devil here and death, 5 of cups, King of swords. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but it looks like, I don't know, interference? Let's see. Wait, what are they talking about? Weird. I have no idea what you're talking about. I just got a message. It's very odd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So I think she's going to move on, and I think
there's the death card. So the change, the new, something in the beginning, but it looks like there's some interference. Like there's the devil and then the King of Swords. So I'm not sure, what that exactly pertains to. If it's somebody in charge of you, or like a boss, or somebody that you work with that's a problem, or just the energy's off there for you. I'm not sure. But it's like 5 of Cups is like being not fulfilled.
Yeah, I keep being shown an office with books, like a hall of records or like a library of some sort. I'm being shown like maybe record keeping of some sort, but definitely books, lots of books. Okay, so thank you, Tiffany. Let's see. Shannon says, I always have a running inner dialogue. It's super weird. Always one step ahead of me. Yeah, Shannon. Okay, so Shannon's actually an animal psychic.
Oh, cool.
She's amazing. And so she understands how our brains work.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, because it's like an animal. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I thought it was normal. I can't. It's so crazy to me just to think of like that people don't like. How do you read? I don't get it. Like, if you don't talk in your head, how do you read to yourself? Like, because
I have a whole movie happening when I'm reading. Like, I don't even know sometimes if I'm seeing the words.
How do you know if you have it? Have what?
Yeah, Chris, explain to us. Have what?
I mean, you talking about like a dialogue in your head? Like, do you talk to yourself? Like, what am I going to eat today? And you talk in your mind, like to yourself, because like I do, I get up, I'm like, what am I going to wear today? And I'm just talking to myself in my head, and I answer myself back, and all that jazz, like all the time, all day, every day.
How do you know if you have it? I think the way that we both kind of figured it out was in childhood. Child to teenagehood, like right when you're transitioning, because that's when you start socializing heavier and you start comparing.
That's when you understand that you're different. Yeah.
Right. You start to understand that you're different. And so, like, for me, it was just explaining to other kids, oh, my house is haunted. Did you see that? Did you see that? And they didn't all see the same things I saw. Like, they felt something or they get scared.
Right.
And so, like, as I was getting older, I was like, oh, I better, like, be quiet about this.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, kids are all pretty much mostly psychic until that time of childhood, when we found out now that there's a genetic issue that happens. We're on that chromosome 7, on that TCNR gene, non-coding gene that turns on and shuts off psychic ability in kids at around age 9, 10, 11, or 9, 10, 11, around that age. That's the new research that's come out. And like, people that are psychic don't have that gene activation. People that are not psychic have the gene activation. People that are psychic don't have the gene activation. So they have the original DNA signature that stays with them throughout their life.
Right.
typically because of trauma, because they're traumatized and they're needing to utilize that psychic ability to stay safe and to dissociate and to get the hell out of there. So yeah, so we need it. If you're not traumatized like you don't need it. So it just as function of evolution goes away, you know, and that's what happens. That's what the new research is pointing to anyways. So
okay, so I have people asking, can I have a reading, please?
yeah, I see that. Well, ask the question.
Guys, we need you to post your questions for us. We need specific questions, and we will
no general.
definitely help you with that. Running dialogue again, Michelle. Yeah, of course you do. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. How the hell do you not? That's my question. Like, I don't understand. It's just really hard for me.
Erin said, I've been told I have 4 spirits in my house. Erin, I honestly feel like that's because you're attracting them. It's not the house, it's you.
I mean, that happens.
It happens. And I feel like it's somebody you're hanging out with. Somebody's like into something not so great, and it's like the negative energy is rubbing off on you and creating some stuff in your house. I'm seeing a lot of chaos.
Negative and lower level stuff love chaos and mess, clutter, mess, things like that. They love it. Yeah.
Hoarding. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that's just, if you're messy, like, you're more likely to have a problem. It's true. Like, so I'm obsessed with cleaning all the time because I can't think straight if my house is a mess. And that's a benefit to me, because otherwise I'm sure I would have a ton of shit in my house that's just negative, because they hide in that stuff and they thrive in it. So like the first step is, if you feel like you have something, if it's negative, the first step always is to clean. Literally, like, open the doors, windows, put music on, and music, right? Like, music is a thing. High vibrate. Like, they don't like music unless it's like, you know, lower, like negative music, I guess. Like, I like all music. I like negative music too, but I think it's your intention behind it, right? Like, if you're listening
intention behind everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
You want to put on something that's just going to soothe you a little bit.
Right. Not like make you more angry or upset, you know, like, because that's feeding it, right?
Right.
So it depends on, like, if you're seeing stuff, if you're hearing stuff, or just are people telling you that and you don't have any knowledge of it, I guess, like that, you know. Yeah, right. We were talking about this earlier. Is there a way to
Yes, we were talking about it earlier. And so if you watch the replay, you'll see exactly what we were talking about, how to figure it out, and also how to cleanse it out.
About it. Yeah, it was at the beginning of this episode. Yeah.
Okay, so he said, since like what you were talking about before, Chris said. So like I think that's like I think he's talking about the extrasensory stuff, but we just talked about that. Negative mind, negative energy.
Yes and no. Like, I mean, you can people, we can always have down, but if you're constantly living in a negative, right? Like, it feeds off itself. It's like a negative feedback loop you get stuck in. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, the universe is going to mirror to you exactly what you put out.
Right.
So if you're focusing on the negative aspects of your life, it's going to give it right back to you again and again and again. But if you learn how to let it kind of roll off your back like a duck with water, you know, it's going to be smooth sailing and you're going to be fine. Like I've said in every episode since I've heard it, Delulu's the Solulu. I love it so much. Like, so true.
Right. I mean, honestly, it is a thing. And like, I was this person. I did this. I was just always, everything bad's happening. Nothing ever works out, blah, 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 for years, my whole life, for literally 40 years of my life, like that. And now I don't know what I did. I don't even remember how I changed it. Like what happened that made me, I died. That's right. I died. And then like that kind of, like kicked into gear, like some shit that I was like, okay, wait. I literally could have not come back, and like I could be dead. I need to change my shit, because this is not acceptable. And like, you gotta get fed up, like, because people like say that they're tired of having shitty luck, but like, really, that's all you know, so it's comfortable, even though you don't like it, right?
Yeah. So we want to perpetrate whatever we've already been experiencing. The scariest thing for humans is growth and change.
Yeah, death does shake shit up.
Death will shake that shit up. Thank you, Shannon. Yes.
Yes, it did.
Yes, and I think that's why we get the rough initiations we do too, is because we almost die every time, or die every
I'm
time.
so stubborn. I was like, nah, almost dying isn't enough. I gotta actually die.
Right, you had to
for a
take it
period
a
of
little
time.
bit
Like,
further.
fucking dumbass.
Anna's extra. She's like avocado, She just
avocado? What's wrong? Wait, what do you mean? I hate avocado. I like the texture, but like, what's up? What do you mean? I'm extra. Oh yeah,
you're extra. You had to die. Like it wasn't good enough to just have the near death experience. You had to make it a whole death experience.
Yeah, clinically dead. Yeah. It is true. It is true. That's how I roll, guys.
Hi, Summer. I see you're watching. If you could please give us a specific question, we will answer it. Mm-hmm. And hi, Francesca. And hi, all our new viewers. Yeah. We appreciate you being here. Just ask us a specific question and we will answer it for you.
We're not doing general.
We don't do general readings unless you come to us for a reading privately.
Yeah.
On this one, we answer questions.
Yeah.
And one question per person.
Don't be a bogart with questions.
So we're enjoying having you guys here. And we're almost at the hour mark, too.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. I did experience ancestral trauma. Okay. Yeah, ancestral trauma. Like curse. Family curse.
Family curses. Oh, those are fun to talk about.
Yeah. Always a curse breaker, Always a curse breaker, never the curse. That's my new saying.
I need a shirt that says that.
Curse breaker.
Yes, the curse breaker, not the curse. Damn it.
Yeah. I just came up with that. Right.
Weird curse. Okay.
The stone curse. Yeah.
Already a curse. Just never mind.
My family curse.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go with the first specific question. Yep. I was wondering if I will get a creative contract this month. Thank you, Francesca. I see 6 weeks.
Okay.
But I see a yes.
I see yes. Got an Empress, which is all about creativity. Birthing new ideas. Literally, that's what it's about. I don't get a time frame. Let's see. Get anything. Oh, I got 2 8s, so 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, sure. Yeah, like 2 8s. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups. So those are great cards for that. 8 of Cups being creativity overflowing, and 8 of Pentacles being money coming in too from it. So that's good. So yeah, 6 to 8 weeks, I say. Maybe. Yeah, like around that.
Yeah.
Oh no. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, we need to answer this one.
Yeah, I see. Well, I see is my family curse is the next one. And then
okay, we'll do this. Okay, we'll do that. No, I don't think you are.
Not like in that way.
Not like an active curse. I see trauma, but I don't see an active curse.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. This trauma, it's a generational trauma. It's like that kind of stuff. It's not. It's not like a curse. I mean, when we say curse too, that's what we mean. Like, it's very rare that someone's actually cursed. Like that's very rare. Like it's more like trauma cursing, like as in it's inherited. So it's just we call it a curse.
Right. So like the limiting belief is like, oh my gosh, we're cursed, and so like people believe it so much that they kind of bring it in the generations all the way down.
Oh yeah, like it is. Your perception is your reality. That is the facts. And like, if you believe you're cursed, you're absolutely going to experience being cursed. That's just how our brains work. So yeah, you gotta, but it's not actually, no one like sat there and put a curse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like curses can come in different forms too. They can come in like the neglectfulness of like not self-reflecting on your behavior and then carrying it over into the next, onto your offspring and stuff like that. Like, right. Like not doing the work you need to do to fix problematic behaviors or, things like that, or how you handle emotions in the family. So if you don't do that, then you're just cursing yourself, basically, right?
Yep. Yeah. Anna, can you bring up Summer's?
Yep, I am. This is horrible. Sorry about this.
Summer, we're very sorry about your loss. Okay.
Yes, he can hear you.
So he can definitely hear you, and he's showing me that he stands kind of over you. Like he's showing me you sitting and praying, and he's kind of standing over you, watching you, and kind of like in a protective manner. And the message he has is that he has a lot of love for you, and he's sorry that your time got cut short because you were his forever.
That's so sad. Same. I think that he's with his daughter a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on my bed at night while she sleeps. The foot of her bed. Yeah. Oh, so sad. I think he's like crossover over 100%.
Yeah, he's just, it's like he watches them.
Mm-hmm. No,
like a protective.
Over, but he just can pop in and out like.
Yes.
Yeah, he had other shit to do. Like, yeah, his contract was up. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, is that even like, I don't know if that's a thing like that happens, but or not. But like, it's like he had something else to do. Like, called to do something else. Like, I don't know what that means. It's weird.
We have jobs on the other side.
Yeah,
sometimes that happens.
Like, I'm just trying to think. It's like he's doing something with other. Yeah, like he's. Yeah, it's weird.
It's her birthday. Oh, happy birthday, baby girl. Okay. Thank you, Summer. Okay, so Ann Iva says, can we ask questions about living people? Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I think we have some more.
Way. So Aaron Brown says, I feel like I can help these spirits. Then do it, you know? Then do it. That's
go for it. Tell him to go to the light. And Francesca, you're very welcome. And Kevin, no.
Okay.
And not in the way that you want. It's very like you see a lot of layers of frustration and crap.
Yeah, 10 of Swords.
Yeah. It just it's not worth it. Why would you want that? It seems like it would be like a toxic mimic of what you want.
Yeah, that card is bad.
People don't come back to us because they're not meant for us.
Yeah. It can take a lot to get us to believe that, though.
You know? It does, because the ego wants what it wants, and you got to listen to spirit and say, you know what, I'm okay. I can surrender myself to this and understand that what's meant for me and what's in my highest good will come to me. I don't need to worry about what my ego wants.
Right. I mean, yeah, this is like 5 of Swords. This is like mind games, hostility, like just a bunch of bullshit. Basically, it looks like just there's like for the sake of nothing either. Like, just looks like drama. I don't know if it's her together. You guys are like that, or just whatever. But like, it doesn't look like it's healthy. Maybe like I don't know. Something's weird with that energy. Immature. But that's okay. Lots of lust though. Lots of. I get it. Like really into it, but.
Okay, let's see. Echo Bell says our family and Stephanie said they were fun ones to talk about. So that's funny. I don't remember that. I was probably channeling when that happened, but okay.
Last 30 years, so okay, yeah.
They were probably fun. I love a lot of the departed ones that come and talk to me. They usually have a lot to say. Okay. Let's see. Here's the next one. Hello, my love interest. Man is very quiet and slow. Do you see when he will show romantic interest and offer to date me?
Do you see when he'll? Okay. What? I don't know what that means.
So your love. Okay, so Anne, your love interest. You want to know when he's going to approach you.
When will he show a romantic interest in me and offer to date me? I'm like, okay, so I guess this is a different. Wait, can you mute that? You can hear it.
I'm sorry. I'll mute this for a second. For some reason, I've got like some kind of something going.
Okay, so let's see. So Anne, so I guess is this just like where are you located? I'm just curious. Is this like a different? I think this might be like a different kind of way of dating from what we're used to. So I just want to make sure I understand the question correctly. So like, is this something where it's like arranged or something like that, or supposedly arranged? I can't quite figure out what. Yes. Okay. So let's see. What is this? See what's up. Interesting. And you're interested in him? How do you know? How do you know? Slow. No. Jesus Christ. Okay, what is this one? It's Four of Swords, so interesting. It looks like. What about? Well, this person, California. I'm in California. I've not heard about it. I can't hear you. You're muted. Unmute now.
Okay, sorry. So am I.
If this is on a computer, it's the sound from that I'm hearing.
Yeah, it was an echo.
Okay, yeah. So okay, not arranged. Okay, so you just have a crush on somebody. Is that what's happening? You have a crush on someone and you want to know if and when they're gonna like come and talk to you. Is that what you're asking? Or because
I just don't feel like this is gonna happen.
I'm not kind of not understanding. Oh, Justice again, and then Three of Swords. So I'm like, so either this person has a broken heart, has had a broken heart or something like that, and they're not wanting to move back towards anything because they're getting over something else, or it means it's not going to happen. Like, like it's going to be yours if you really like this person. But are you guys friends? Like, yikes. Okay, wait. Ten of Swords. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look okay. If you guys are friends, like I think it's probably going to stay at that level.
Yeah, it's going to definitely stay at that level. It's not going to move forward.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's the right
match. It's really not.
I guess I'm getting it like not working out.
Yeah.
Sorry. I hate.
Yeah, we're sorry. And also, we don't answer sports team questions either. Sorry.
No.
We're not doing that. We don't do anything that.
I would bet against Fresno State because they point shave. So there's that.
Oh, where outside Florida will I travel next? Shannon wants to know.
Where do you want to go? I have no idea. Where do you want to go, Shannon? Where do you want to go? What does it look like for you? What do you think? You're like, I don't know.
Shannon, I see you coming to California.
I would stay away from here. This place is crazy. No, I'm just kidding. It's great. No, it's not. It sucks. Just like everywhere else.
I see you traveling to the coast. And you're welcome.
Yeah, and I hope find somebody better. Yeah.
Anna mentioned, okay, so let me see this one. Okay. Anna mentioned contracts. I'm not sure I believe in contracts either, but I sometimes think my contract would be to accompany my mother in this lifetime. Okay, so I believe in contracts.
I have a hard time with them because I'm like, why would I do this to myself? Why the fuck would I do this to myself? Like, why? I'm a total sadist and masochist over here? Like, yeah, apparently because my contract.
And you know what? This is where I come from in my reverendship. Like, this is where I come in with it. Okay, so, all right. I've been an Akashic reader since 1998. And I understand the records, okay? And I understand contracts, and I see them, okay? And they look like, and you can test this with quantum physics, they look like little spider webs between us, but they're energetic.
Oh, the threads.
The threads.
The tapestry threads, those things, right? Yeah.
The tapestry threads, yes.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see the tapestry.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have seen it, talking about, and you can look this up and they prove it in quantum physics.
Okay? Well, yeah, the entanglement shit. Like, exactly, it's that.
Yeah. Quantum entanglement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So these are contracts. where our soul, before we came here, decided, I want to learn this in order to enlighten myself. And all these hardships that we go through in this body ain't shit.
Right.
It's like we're on the other side laughing.
Right.
You know, we're
legit. Like, that's true. When I died, I was like, like, this was, it all was clear, like, to me, that all the shit that I went through was because I wanted to, like, what the hell, like, but it made sense at that time. It still doesn't make sense here, but it does over there, like, it does. Yeah, we don't have these, there's no emotions like this on the other side, like, we don't have these things, so the only way to experience it is here. So we put ourselves through shit, like the paces, but that means we're super badass on the other side, right? Because we picked
right.
like, oh, piece of cake.
So like it's we look at it and we see that we've actually done it in order to experience self in other every single time. Every time we come back to it, the thing that we want to experience is love, learning compassion.
Yeah, loving ourselves and accepting all of it, and like that's the hardest one because
radical acceptance. Yeah. Radical acceptance, and that's like the key for all of it is radical acceptance to self,
right?
Of self,
because we're trained to be opposite. Yeah, we're trained from birth to fit in, to like go with the flow, like to be like everybody else, and like that's literally so basically it's like everything we've ever been taught, it's the opposite of that is what we're supposed to be, like literally it's like the opposite. Like you're supposed to be yourself, you're supposed to be unique to yourself, and like be the weirdo. I'm all about being a weirdo now. I'm all about it. Like I'm a weirdo, in case you didn't know. And I'm okay with it. I don't care if you don't like me, too bad. I don't care. Kiss my ass. Don't care. Good for you. Have fun. Like you don't have to hang out. It's super simple.
Like this one here where it says, yeah, I understand the background. I've actually never looked into information on the Akashic Records past the Theosophical Society. I don't know much before the late 1800s. Well, that's because the late 1800s is when we talk about it the most because of, pardon me, by the way, we're overtime, so my house is like full of people, but this is how we do things here. So, Madame Blavatsky, Edgar Casey, these people brought the Akashic to the forefront to talk about.
But it had been there all the whole time. Like the Egyptians talked about it. Like
the Egyptians did talk about it. There's other like the oracles of Delphi. They were users of the Akashic records. They were Akashic record readers because the Akashic records has every record of every energetic contract ever to exist ever.
Yeah, and I heard something interesting the other day that made me take pause and go, "What the hell?" I believe it. I don't know why I believe. I just do. The people that hurt you the most in this life are your best, closest friends on the other side.
I'll share something with you on that one. I was in the Holocaust in my last life.
Oh, right. God. Yeah.
I died of starvation.
Yeah.
And I was a little girl in that life. And the doctor who was looking after me, I met in this lifetime as a catalyst to help me move on from a really bad situation. And the download that I received at that time was that this was the person that I trusted the most to help me get through the most trying portion of my decision making and of my adult life.
Right.
But even though it was like, oh my God, like, why would I trust somebody who like turned their back on me and let me starve to death in a concentration camp?
Right. But it's because we trust that person on the other side, like that there are family members of our soul family, whatever, and we know that they'll get the job done. The thing, here's what I want to learn.
It's like, I trust you to carry this out with me because we'll go to the ends of the earth for each other.
Including being the bad guy, quite literally.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking to myself now, I'm like, some people in my life, I don't want anything to do with ever again, but like, and so it's hard to accept, like thinking about that right now just makes me kind of gross out. But like,
Right.
It does make sense because, like, yeah.
But on a soul level, it makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. That's why you feel so connected to the people that hurt you the most.
Right.
Why you have that overwhelming, like, oh my God, I've known you before, because you literally did you know? So, I mean, I had never heard that before, and I heard that, and I was like, oh, God damn it, just something about it rang true, and I was like, shit. Well,
I love it. Shannon just said sending you gratitude and baked goods. Thank you. We need some baked goods right now, Shannon. You know what's really funny about that, Shannon? That's very psychic of you, my darling, and I'll tell you why. Because Anna and I, every time we go out anywhere, we have to find the local bakery.
Yes, we do. It has to be a good one, damn it. Like, not the kind that just looks nice and it tastes like crap. You know those ones.
Oh, like, yeah. No, we always have to find the good bakery, and we always have to find the sweets.
I need to get creme brulee tonight. Like, I'm going to go out and find myself some freaking brulee and get it.
Ooh, that sounds so good. I'm going to make something, I think.
Raspberry creme brulee.
Yeah, raspberry creme brulee sounds delish.
I live in LA. Let's see.
That's for us, life or career. Yes.
Oh, here, let me put this up.
Let's see. Long live carbs. Yes.
Oh God, look at this. Scammer. Bye. Ciao.
Okay. That was just like a scammer.
Tacky.
I'm gonna get rid of that person by blocking them.
Yeah, I did. I thought. No, you're still there. Oh,
and deleting their comment. There we go.
Nope, it's there again.
Oh, there. Sorry.
Oh, we would never do that. We're never going to inbox you.
I help my dog with her separation anxiety.
How do you help your dog with her separation anxiety? Ooh.
That's not for me. I have no idea.
I would suggest actually animal Reiki, because I actually do that. So just ask me. But also I've actually had success with CBDs with my animals.
That's the new thing. God, I'm getting this card all night long. I do not know why. The Ten of Swords keeps popping up every time I shuffle. Like, it falls out. Like, what's up?
Somebody needs to hear it.
Like, and Temperance and the 10 of Swords. Like, every time. What's going on? That's strange.
We're gonna close up actually. Our SS's help for anxiety for pets and people. Thank you, Shannon. That's excellent to know. Can we use them in essential oil, or is it more like on a satchel kind of thing? Like, what would we do?
On their bed? Like,
oh, yes. Thank you, guys. Yes, we're excited about doing this.
You? It's like, Jacoby says, I know you two overtime. Glad I got to catch you. Hope your weekend are well. And also, those repeat cards are me.
Okay, well,
yes.
Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. We loved hanging out with you.
Yeah, it's nice seeing you. We'll see you in a week and 2 weeks from now. See you guys.
2 weeks from now, so closer to Halloween. Woohoo!
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
All right.